Well, folks, the old harvest in Kansas is wrapping up. Well, we've still got some wheat to cut, but it seems all wrapped up because the Ponderosa's finished, and we're out at my daughter and son-in-law's place where they're going to be wrapping up in a few days too. And gosh, a nice wheat crop in this part of the country, I got to tell you that. Central Kansas, no complaints here as far as the yields are concerned. Not the story when it comes out to western Kansas. Stand by. I want to talk about the harvest, more importantly about the farm bill, Secretary of Agriculture Vilsack's reaction to the fact that the House couldn't pass the bill, and a little bit about the cattle market. Stay tuned.
My grandfather came across the plains from Missouri in the 1860s and ran a hotel and stage stop here with livery stable, and it's been in the family ever since. We run probably about 100 cows here and 250 over at the other ranch. I'm sure there are other banks we could have dealt with, but they've been so friendly and know what the ups and downs are in the business. American Ag Credit is like a family for us for financial help.
For over 8 decades, America's farmers have counted on the little red tractor from Case IH, the Farmall, to help them make short work of their demanding chores. Well, Straub International can show you they aren't just for farms anymore. With horse ranging from 30 to 140, plus an army of attachments, a Farmall can tackle every chore on your to-do list, from hauling and mowing to loading and towing, and then some. Visit Straub International, your Case IH dealer at any of our 7 locations to find a Farmall that's right for you.
Well, friends, as this old wheat harvest wraps up this week in Kansas, well, it won't be all done this week, but a lot of it will be. There isn't any doubt about that. They're cutting all over the state and have been for several days. And just to give you a quick rundown on what's going on, western Kansas feels so sorry for the people out there. For example, at Stanton and Hamilton County, a lot of their acres are abandoned, they tell us, and 10% of normal is going to be the entire crop for those counties. 5 to 15 bushels an acre, 58-pound wheat. In this part of the country, I've talked to a lot of our farmers. We're talking, now, and for those of you who are not familiar with Kansas, this is the central part. The western 1/3 of the state is just practically kaput when it comes to wheat production this year. 5, 10, 15 bushels an acre, and that's about all you can expect. From Pratt, Kansas on west. Pratt, Kansas on east, it gets a lot better. And quite honestly, by the time you get to the Wichita, Kansas area, you're looking at 50 to 60, 65, 70 bushel wheat. And, you know, there's talk of 80 bushels and better, but I'm not going to believe that until I see it on paper that an entire quarter will bring that. When I talk about averages, I want a quarter, not a garden. And so consequently, when you talk of 160 acres or more, you're looking at 50, 60 bushel wheat for the most part in the state, mid part of the state. Pretty good kind of a crop it is. Let's forget about the wheat crop for just now. I think a lot of people are happy with it here, and so we were on the Ponderosa. 50, 60 bushel wheat was pretty obvious there. Let's take a look at this House, the farm bill. I don't know if it's kaput or not. It looks like it. The House turned it down. Where they're going to go, they don't know. They're talking about an extension. Harry Reid says no way. He's over in the Senate, and he says that's not going to happen. Vilsack is angry. He's mad. He's not just about the failure of the House to pass a farm bill, but the lack of appreciation of the significance of the bondoogle. He's telling everybody to get angry. The House has turned down a farm bill twice already, and it's all political. Everybody knows that. And the vote was 234 to 195. I'll give that to you again, 234 to 195. And so consequently, Vilsack is talking pretty strongly about how agriculture should get behind their congressmen and senators, and especially their congressmen, and try to straighten them out. But Mr. Vilsack, if you've ever tried that, you know that doesn't happen very easily. So with that in mind, I do think an extension is about the only possibility to have a farm bill. And as I've said on these shows in the last several months, I could care less. They could trash it, just so they don't wash out the crop insurance bill. That's what needs to stay intact. In fact, if they made it a little bit better, we'd all be better off. Throw that other bill away. It's not a farm bill anyway. It's a food stamp bill, and they can name it that and get that out of our hair. I think it's high time. Agriculture needs to get away from that nutrition program that's called a farm bill. It's a nutrition program that's called the Farm Bill. That's where most of the money goes. What about the cattle market? Everybody's concerned about where it's going to go. Hasn't risen quite as fast as some people thought it would. Doesn't surprise me at all, because we have to remember we're producing products for the guys and the gals that go to the grocery store, and when you get too high, they've got other things they can pick up. Now, 4th of July holiday here that we're in, that'll tell the tale of whether we move some good product potential. I think maybe that hot heat and a good steak go together. We'll have to wait and see. But quite honestly, I just don't think this cattle market's going to get a heck of a lot higher until the economic situation of this country gets better. That's our opinion. But folks, we've got more opinions coming along on the next Steckline Report, including an analysis of the supply-demand report. See you then.